Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my BOXYCHARM review video for July 2018. So this month theme was road tripping, so everything that we got in our box had to do with being on the road and traveling and easy to take with you and travel with products, and I got some thoughts on them. So if you want to see my review for the products that I got in my box, which I will link my unboxing down below, then just keep watching. Alright, so we're going to start off with the order actually that this pamphlet goes in. So the first one is this, which is the Pharmacy Bright On Mask. Now I didn't realize this in my unboxing video, but this actually was made exclusively for BOXYCHARM. So I'm not sure if you can get this if you're not subscribed to BOXYCHARM, but I know there's currently no wait list, so if you do want to sign up for it, then you just sign up and they'll send you this month's box. So this is the Bright On mask. It's massage activated. It said it's a vitamin C mask with echinacea for brightening and moisturizing the face. And this is really cool because this mask is supposed to turn purple to green as you massage it into your face. And this retails for $38. I do like this mask. I think it's a mud mask, and sometimes those are really drying for my skin and uncomfortable while the mud is actually drying onto my face. But this isn't. This doesn't feel tight on my face. This doesn't feel overly drying. It actually makes my skin feel more moisturized than before I put the mask on, which is really nice. This whole purple to green massage activated thing, I don't necessarily see. You have to massage it into your skin for a long time for it to turn green, and it doesn't turn green necessarily, but more of a mint from the purple. So it just goes from a purple, which is kind of a lavender, to a mint. So it's not like that big of a color change difference until you actually take off the mask, and when you use warm water and rub it off your face, it does turn bright green, which is pretty cool. I do think this has made my skin look and feel a lot better and brighter and more hydrated, and it says that it's going to improve texture and tone as well. I don't know if it did that, but I definitely like this, and I like it enough that I would continue to use it. It's also only a 10-minute mask, so it's just easy to throw on and take off and then like go put on your makeup and do your day. So I do like this, and I don't know, I like this a lot. I don't know, again, if you can get this if you're not in BOXYCHARM, but I'll leave BOXYCHARM's link down below and I'll look for this, and if you can, I'll also link this down below. Okay, so the next thing I got in this month's box is this. This is the Crown Pro Fuego palette, and I know in my unboxing I said this looks very similar to the Naked Heat palette from Urban Decay, and I stand by that. And I was, what is the word? Apprehensive to try this product because I like Crown brushes, but I feel like the quality of Crown brushes sometimes varies. Like we got a really nice pencil brush from Crown brushes, and it was like super high quality and really nice. And then we also got this 3-pack, and I didn't feel like it was as high quality as the other brush was, and maybe that's because of the different lines that they are, but considering I never tried any makeup from Crown, I just had the brushes, I was afraid that this would be the same way, that it'd be either hit or miss, and I actually do really like this palette, so that surprised me. This retails for $29.99, so it's I think $20 cheaper than the Naked Heat, or $10 or $15. It's cheaper than the Naked Heat, and it's definitely a dupe for it. I love warm tone shadows. I'm actually wearing this on my eyes today. The only thing is the two darker shadows there are a little bit less pigmented than the rest of the shades. I feel like I have to dip my brush in multiple different times to get somewhat of a deeper pigmentation. So it's hard to get a deep smoky look with this because the two deepest shades in the palette are the lightest pigmented, which sometimes is really nice if you can't do like I like matte blacks that aren't necessarily pigmented because it's hard to go back from messing up on a matte black eye. But these I wish they were just a little bit more pigmented. The shimmer shades are really, really, really nice, and the other matte shades are really nice, creamy, super creamy, blendable. They feel almost like an actual cream, which is weird. It's not like the ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks, like it's not wet like that, but it just feels really soft and it glides really well. This satin shade here is one of my favorites in the palette. It just gives the perfect amount of shimmer for inner corner highlights and for brow bones, and I just love this. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, and I ended up reaching for it, not just because I was testing it out, but because I liked the overall look it gave my eyes. My mom even complimented, and she doesn't compliment often, how nice my makeup looked when I wore this palette. So this was a big win for me, and it makes me want to try more Crown brush products, or Crown Pro products because I was so impressed with this. I wonder what the rest of their brand is like. The next thing in the box was this. This is the Wander Beauty Unlashed Mascara. This retails for $24, and I actually have been using this every single day since I got it in the box. I love mascaras, so I'm kind of a mascara junkie, and I kind of know exactly right off the bat if I'm going to like it or if I'm not going to like it. And I know for me, I like a drier formula mascara, so I knew the first 2 days I was using this, I wouldn't like it as much as now when I'm using it, because I like that when it dries out a bit, it just gets my lashes a little bit more. I'm just gonna, and these are what my eyelashes look like. I only did the top with this because it's not waterproof, but I think they look really nice. The wand on this is a little weird. It's kind of curved. I feel like it was put there as like an interesting thing that not many mascara wands do, so it was just like a, oh, this is interesting and new because it's not just a flat wand like that. But I do kind of like it to get into my inner corners because since it's not flat, I don't feel like I'm going to poke myself right here. I feel like it gives me a little bit more lift to my inner corner of my eyelashes. This is a mascara that I need 2 coats of though, because I feel like at 1 coat it doesn't do much to my lashes except separate them really nicely, which I like. I like a nice separated, lengthened look. So with 1 coat, it separates my lashes nicely. It gives them a first initial coat, and then if I do my other eye and go back to the first initial eye and do a second coat, I find that it builds so well on itself, which is something I don't see in many mascaras. Usually I cannot build a second layer without it getting clumpy and uncomfortable and looking like super unnatural. But this builds so well on itself. It has really been my favorite this month, and it's taken the place of other mascaras that I liked. This is moved up in there, so I really do like this mascara. I do think there are better alternatives for the price point, but Wander Beauty, for my first time trying anything from Wander Beauty, I'm very impressed, and I would definitely try more from them, and I also think I want to. It just seems like a really cool brand. They like all of my pictures on Instagram, and they're very like into like pumping up the influencer and pumping up the person using their products, which is really nice to see, not just promoting the same 10 people in social media. So that's also really cool. So I did really like this product. Okay, next is from Note Cosmetics. This is the Luminous Silk Compact Blush in the shade Desert Rose, and this is actually really cool. It has the name Note impressed into the blush, and the whole reason this was like a travel thing was because you can lift up and it has a brush here for storage and a pretty nice mirror here, and I really like this. This is a color that I don't usually use for blushes. I'm usually more of a very neutral toned nude blush, but this made me step out of my comfort zone. This is extremely pigmented, and this is only $11.99, which is crazy. I love finding more affordable brands and alternatives because I don't find like a lot of brands go crazy on blushes. I feel like they're really big into highlighters and eyeshadow palettes, but they kind of lack on the blush section. But I feel like Note did such a great job on this blush. Because it is so pigmented, you do have to use a light hand, but that means this will never, you'll never run out of it. There's just so much. You usually use like 1 tap and you're good on both cheeks. And I'm not into super blushed cheeks, but I really do like this blush. I like the effect it gives. It's also really soft. I feel like both of these powders, all the powders, have been really nice, finely milled formulas. I don't know. I think it's really nice, and I love the compact, and I didn't think I was going to, but I like it. It's very high quality. Like, I don't feel like I could break this if I take it somewhere, which is really nice. So I definitely feel like it goes with the theme. And the last product of this month is this. This is the Cella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Pomade. Is that what it's called? Cream. It says it's a cream. I feel like it's a pomade. And this is the only product I'm kind of on the fence with. It's in my eyebrows today, and I do like the look it gives. I just feel like for a taupe, this is pretty dark, because I use the Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil in taupe, and it's lighter than this. Like, this is pretty dark. Also, I don't love the packaging. This retails for $26, which is pretty expensive for an eyebrow cream. I know the dip brow from Anastasia is like $18, $20 at most, and maybe it's $24. I know that it's cheaper than this, and I feel like you get a lot more product. This is problematic for 2 reasons. First of all, the product is in this little thing right here. Okay, which is cool for the whole travel concept, and then you get a brush here. I don't like the brush. I don't feel like there's a good way of cleaning this brush, because I don't want to separate it. Oh god, I don't want to separate it from the bottom. I don't want this part to dry out. It's so difficult to dig your brush in and get just the right amount of product, and it's hard to wipe it off on, like, I've been wiping it off on the side here, but it gets really messy and I feel like it gets clumpy, and I feel like this dries out a lot because this doesn't close all the way. Maybe I got one that's different or like defective, but there's always a little space here that makes me anxious that it will just dry out really quickly. I've been taking my time and doing small strokes and, you know, really focusing on not messing up, but it's always more difficult to do an eyebrow with cream, and it's because, part of it's because I don't usually use like pomade, but also it's just a difficult product, and I don't think, out of this whole month's box, I don't think this is something I will continue to use. I feel like this wasn't, oh god, I don't know, I don't feel like this was a very good product, and it's probably only because of the packaging issue. If you gave me the actual product in like a dip brow container, I feel like I'd be able to use a lot more than I do here. I just feel like it dries out so much quicker than it should, and you really can't have a dry brow pomade, you know? Okay guys, so that completes this video. These are my thoughts on all the products we got in our July BOXYCHARM. I'm super excited for August to come out. I have seen a few spoilers, but I don't know if they're like real spoilers yet or just like maybe spoilers. So if you got anything different, because I know there was a few different variations. I was actually hoping to get the Dr. Brandt eye depuffer. If you have any thoughts on those, leave them down below, and I hope you liked this video. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in my next one.